Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and do it long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Rolling to his right. Incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Ready, set.
Now Gordon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up
that think on a play like this is a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll start out here with the option left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Tyreek Hill, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
At his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got room. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. And here's Jackson on the option. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And if you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over the 100-yard mark for the game. And this defense has just had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps, both passing and running.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. Prochet on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson running again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, 25 yards. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
It's brought in by Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Ready.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Ready.
Tua now on first down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he completes it to Wilson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Jackson, option right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. But that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Ready?
He'll hand this one off to Gordon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This is Gordon on the dump-off.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The throw over the middle taken in. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
Yellow, 1, Smith, red.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Throwing, Jackson. Dobbins with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Now Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play it.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Back-to-back 9-sack seasons in Miami have firmly established Emmanuel Ogbah as the face of the Fins pass rush.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. All right, what can Tua do now with his drive in OT? And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Miami, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll look to get